Hey guys, what's up? CaptainTurbo here, and welcome to Let's Play Castlevania 1, the NES game. And why I said the NES game? Well, technically speaking, Super Castlevania 4 is a remake of this game, but that's beside the point. Also guys, I lied in the Mega Man 3 Let's Play. This was meant to be the first of the next live commentary video games Let's Plays I did. Unfortunately, while I was recording, I forgot just how fucking difficult this game is. I got through the first half of the game with no difficulty. Then the second half of the game appeared. Then Dracula appeared and proceeded to kick my ass for about an hour. And I thought, no, I can't do this. I'm gonna go fucking ape shit. I'm gonna go crazy. Let's just do post commentary because you know what? It's not a long game anyway. At least if I do it on a decent level of skill. But anyway, guys, first Castlevania game. I like this game. I think it's underrated in certain aspects. The music, as you can hear, is fantastic. So I'll shut up and let you listen to that for about 10 seconds. And enough of that. Anyway, yeah, you see me do Castlevania 3 before. Pretty much a lot of the things in that game come from this one directly. I tried there to do a trick so I could get onto that ledge earlier than I'm supposed to, but it didn't work, so fuck it. Castlevania games obviously have sub-weapons like you can see up there with the knife. You can throw certain ones, sub-weapons and use other sub-weapons with hearts that are technically work as ammo instead of, you know, life like most games do. Like so that money bag would not be worth anything other than points, which, let's face it, in home gaming consoles and anything outside of arcades is completely worthless. And as most Castlevania games go, your main weapon is the Vampire Killer Whip. And that right there was a screen nuke, I believe. The Rosemary beads, I believe they're called. Obviously, the big hearts there were 5. The small ones are only worth 1. That obviously makes a lot of sense. I got the throwing axe now, which technically is a better weapon than the knife. The time watch is actually honestly one of the 2 best weapons in this game. And we got our first boss here, the giant bat. Unfortunately, this isn't really a great. The time stopwatch isn't really a great weapon for the vampire boss. Arguably the best weapon for him is the throwing axe, but never mind. You saw me pick up the Roman numeral for 2 there. If you've got most sub-weapons and use that, you'll be able to throw 2 of that weapon in conjunction with each other. Because usually you can only throw 1 and then wait for that thing to disappear off screen. Unfortunately, because the time watch works differently, the Roman 2 will not do anything. The boomerang. This is also a pretty good weapon for this game. I'd say just behind the stopwatch, actually. And technically speaking, we're in stage 2, but the game considers every time you go through a door to be a new stage. So to the game, it's stage 4. To me, it's stage 2. Some new enemies now. The Castlevania games obviously have a lot of classic movie monsters and horror type lore for their enemy designs and stuff. Everything from Greek mythology to Gorgon mythology and all that stuff. You know, it's actually pretty cool how they blend it all together. And yeah, doing this post commentary was interesting. I actually died here. I don't know if you actually caught that that jump cut type of thing there, because I actually died and then I cut to when I actually came back up the stairs. And that sentence made a lot more sense when I was trying to think it in my head. Sorry guys, I wasn't planning on doing commentary today. Let me put it this way, I'm still in my exercise gear, sweating my fucking ass to death. Thankfully, like I said, these are short parts. Castlevania 1 is not, if you know what you're doing, is actually a very short game anyway, so... You know, I did say earlier that the... Oh. Some bad editing there on my part. Be careful of these. These are instant death if they touch you, so be very careful. The stopwatch is actually a decent item to have there because it will stop them in their tracks. Got a ghost here. And a bit of a shortcut, I guess. Wasn't really meaning to do that, but never mind. As you can see, the 2 appears there. That means I can now throw 2 crosses. And yes, they are technically crosses, but I think they're called boomerangs in the manual or something. Obviously, can't have religion in video games. But yeah, it's a cross. Yeah, nothing in there. Actually, I was just thinking that question, actually. What do you guys prefer for Castlevania? Do you prefer this type of Castlevania? Which is, I suppose, classic Vania? Or do you prefer the more Metroid-styled Castlevania, like Symphony of the Night and stuff like that? Because I personally prefer the Metroidvanias, but, you know, that's just me. Anyway, you get another boss here. Medusa Head. The Medusa Head, I should say. Actually, very easy boss. But the best weapon to use on her is actually the time stop and then just whip the hell out of her. And we've got the normal, the Roman 3 now. I'll just keep calling it Roman whatever. The Roman 3 obviously allows you to use 3 items at any given time of the sub-weapons, obviously minus the time stopwatch. That's the highest you can get though. You can't go any higher than 3, I believe, in this game. I do like the overscreen world map there, it's kind of cool. I love the music in this level as well. I think this is Wicked Child. It's my favourite piece in this game. So I'm going to shut up and let you guys listen to it for a few minutes. Well, a few seconds. Anyway, as you can see what I was doing there for us, with the Fleamen, those small guys, I was actually trying to off-screen them, and it worked most of the time. Unfortunately, they have a very erratic pattern that I honestly struggle with, so yeah, just trying to off-screen them seemed like the best idea, and I'm having a lot of trouble getting up here. Be careful when walking on stairs as well, because you can actually miss the stairs entirely even though you're next to them, and it won't register as you're walking up or down them, and you'll just fall to your death. It's actually a problem that a lot of Castlevania games still have. Oh, this thing's proven to be a pain, wasn't it? Don't know how I killed it, but never mind. Let's just be grateful for small favors. Yeah, I don't pretend to be a Castlevania expert or anything like that, you know. And I'm going to be perfectly honest here, guys. I had an easier time with Castlevania 3 than I did this one. I don't know why. This is supposed to be a lot easier, but, you know, if you go back and watch my Castlevania 3 Let's Play, I ran the entire game as Trevor. I didn't play as any of the side characters. You know, so you think I'd be used to this, but no. This actually caught me by surprise how difficult it ended up being. There was a lot of safe states in this area, I can tell you that much. I was contemplating whether or not to take the stopwatch there for a second, because there are some annoying enemies, let's call it. Just managed to hit the crow there with the holy water. The holy water is definitely the best weapon in the game. Oh, I should say the best sub-weapon in the game, sorry. Can stun enemies, even bosses. I don't think any of the bosses are immune to its stun effect. Except maybe the last... Except maybe Dracula Form 1, I'm not sure. But then again, I don't really tend to use holy water on the first form of Dracula, so maybe something to test out in the future. You gotta love the muses statues in the back. I think that's what they're supposed to be anyway. The background there shows like where the final stage is going to be, but that's something that's actually very strange about this game, is that the castle is very sporadic about where it places you during the levels. But then again, Castlevania is a creature of chaos. We're about to enter the boss fight of this area. There is some health in that lower brick there, but unfortunately if I get that I can't get onto this top path here. So I'm just going to sit up here and keep throwing holy water. And they can't touch me while I'm up here, so I'm completely safe right now. That's one down. And Tutankhamun is dead. And there's the pot roast, by the way. And yeah, I'm just getting this so I don't skip it. But anyway guys, we've got about 10 seconds left. I'm going to leave this off here. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next part, which is the finale, because this is a short game guys. But until then, have a good night.